Today we're going to be doing a Star Wars clone tier list. So how this tier list is going to work is there's 311 possible squads that could have made this tier list, and I selected 10 amongst all of them that stood out the most to me personally. Because of this, we're going to have a lot of people whose favorite squad didn't make the list, so if it didn't, I'm sorry, but these are the ones that just, for me personally, stood out more. I'm also going to do a little bit of a spoiler warning here because I'm going to be going in depth of what these clones did and how they look, so if you have any interest in the Clone Wars TV show or the prequel movies, I recommend you go watch those before you watch this video because I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. Now that we got all of that out of the way, let's get into this. So this tier list is going to be ranked based on 3 criterias. The first criteria is how do the clones look? What's their style? Do they stand out amongst the rest of the tier list? That's what we're going to be going over. So if they have any unique armor choices or colors that match really well or just look fucking sick, I'm going to be giving them bonus points and they move up the tier list. The second criteria is based on notable feats and accomplishments that the squad did. This includes battles, how successful they were, and just moments that made them stand out compared to the rest. The clone's squad leader also takes a part in the ranking and will either up or down them based on it. This tier list is going to be ranked from S, meaning the best possible clone squad, to D, which means they were good, but not compared to the rest in the tier list. Now that we got that all out of the way, let's get into the ranking. The first squad we're going to be going into is the 21st Nova Corps. Their nickname was the Galactic Marines, as they were a very heavy infantry-focused military unit. These guys just mess up anything in their path, including Ki-Adi-Mundi, who got fucking demolished by these guys. These guys' style points go through the roof. They're rocking the Hoth Empire look. They got the purple with the mask and the black, and just all of it just looks fucking sick. Their armor is a variant of the Phase 2 clone trooper armor, and the design of the mask filters any poison in the area. Their most notable feat is killing Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's the best thing they've done, but they were also in some other battles and they were successful in them, but overall that's what they're mostly known for. Their clone commander was Commander Bakara, who he didn't really do anything or much, but he just looks fucking cool, so I mean that's more style points for them. The reason these guys made the tier list is mostly because of their looks and how fucking badass they were in combat. We don't really get to see them much in combat itself, but the reputation they hold proves it. Overall, the lack of screen time really hurts these guys as they look really cool and their commander looks really cool, but I mean they're only really known for killing Ki-Adi-Mundi in a couple battles, but the reputation they hold is cool, so overall I'm gonna give them a C tier. The second squad we're gonna be ranking on the tier list is the Wolfpack. These guys, oh man, these guys. This unit for me particularly stands out more than the rest because of one sole reason, and that's the relationship with Plo Koon. Right from the beginning of the show in season 1, you can really tell that Plo Koon cares about his squad and really treats them differently than other Jedi do. This, and on top of their background lore of why they changed to the color gray and why they're called Wolfpack, is also very, very interesting, as they used to be the color maroon and red, but because of a failed mission, the amount of clones that they lost on that mission, they decided to switch to gray to kind of mourn them. These clones have a very distinct look, as they're not as vibrant as the other clone squads. They have very dark grays, they have wolf insignias on the shoulder plates and on the helmet, and once you realize their background, it kind of fits them perfectly, as they're not the same squad as they once were. These clones in the unit have distinct jetpacks and are mostly made for rescue missions. You'll see a lot of the times they come in the gunships coming down when shit's going bad, and they'll kind of get the troops who are in trouble and then head out of there. They have a lot of cool moments through this show though that kind of makes them go up even higher. For example, like finding the remains of Sifo Dyas and fighting Ahsoka and Asajj Ventress. Like those little key moments, not a lot of other squads have things like that. So on top of this, Commander Wolf is a really cool character, so yeah, easy A tier. Well, it looks like the big boys just stepped in. We're talking about the 501st Legion, baby. These guys, to me, are the definition of what a clone squad should be. I personally believe this is the most iconic looking squad. If you show any casual fan these clones, they'll instantly know who they are compared to the other ones, and for that they go up even further, but the blue and white look together is just an awesome combination. Seeing the progression of this unit too throughout the show and the movies is really cool, as they start with Ahsoka and Anakin and slowly build up to Anakin's downfall where he becomes evil, and you get to see the whole Temple March of them. It's just all together, it's just really, really cool. I feel like they're most known for the Temple March, but they do have really cool moments in the show, such as the Krell episode where they have to fight against him. They also have members Fives and Rex, who are some of the best clones in the series. So on top of all of this, I'm giving these guys an easy S tier. Up is Ahsoka Squad, aka the 332nd Company. These guys are like an offshoot from the 501st that Ahsoka Tano got, and their head commander is Rex as well. The squad still keeps the 501st color patterns, but the only difference is they have a very orange helmet instead of the blue. I personally think that's a cool way to give Ahsoka Tano her own squad without having to do a whole new one, because she was part of 501st with Anakin. The background of the squad basically came from Ahsoka Tano requesting help from the Republic and them denying her. She was trying to take Mandalore back from Maul, but Rex basically formed the company out of respect for her. And this company was able to defeat Maul and the Shadow Collective overall, so that's a big dub for them. The story sadly comes to an end as they crashed on a moon and they all died besides Rex, but I think they overall had a very cool storyline and did what they were supposed to. I think they're cool, but they're not 501st good, so we're gonna go A tier with these guys. Now it's time for the controversy. The 212th Attack Battalion is nice, but it's not all that. I'm talking about Obi-Wan Squad, in case you don't know. This is led by Commander Cody, who is really cool, but bro is not getting enough screen time to justify how much fandom he gets. Hey, I like him too. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just saying bro is really popular and has like 5 scenes. Overall though, their color patterns are probably my second favorite color patterns. They just go hard as fuck. They got the orange and the white. It just goes sick, especially with Obi-Wan's ass in front of them. Thing is though, these guys went around. These motherfuckers fought in every single campaign. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it keeps counting. They went on numerous special operation missions. They had commandos. They would do infiltration missions. I mean, these guys are the definition of old reliable. They also had one of the most infamous scenes in all the movies, the Battle of Utapau, when they come down flying on the fucking razor wires, dude. That shit is awesome. I was gonna go A tier, but fuck it, S tier. Guys, this next one is just not it. I'm talking about Mace Windu's personal infantry, the 187th Legion. It just doesn't do anything for me. I mean, the best thing about them is that they're purple and match Mace Windu's lightsaber. That's all it's got going for it.
That's fucking illegal.
The only like other one I can give credit for that's not even related to the show is it's in a Lego set that I want. I mean, that's D tier, guys. Next up is the Coruscant Guard. These guys' jobs was to protect the Galactic Republic capital at Coruscant. These red shock troopers patrolled a lot of the capital and assist with security measures. Once in a while, they would conduct hostage rescue missions and stuff like that, but not majority of the time. These clones would usually accompany Jedi senators and any other diplomats and off-world assignments. I feel like everyone mostly knows these guys as just being Palpatine's guard. I'm not gonna lie though, the red look does something for me though. These guys are alright, they kind of just do general guard duty and stuff like that, but they still look really cool, and the fact that they kind of accompany Palpatine also gives them bonus points, so I'll give them a C tier. Next up is the 41st Legion led by General Luminar Unduli and General Yoda. I personally really like Green Company who comes out of this Legion, but I gotta say, for the design wise, they don't really stick out to me. Like, they got just some olive green lines down them. Down the line though, they start looking really, really cool. The camouflage scout trooper look and just the camouflage look in general. And that's when they kind of go up a lot. These clones, in my opinion, have the best and most interesting military tactics out of all of them though. These guys are like a mixture of infantry and recon and use giant artillery as support. A lot of the time they're using AT-APs, AT-TEs, and have A6 Juggernauts during the battle while they have reconning and infantry going as well. Overall though, I feel like these guys are most notable for Green Company and the Battle of Kashyyyk, but that is just enough for me. I mean, these guys are pretty cool. They look cool, they do cool military tactics, so that's A tier. For me, I feel like the 327th Star Corps is like just straight in the middle. These guys are led by Aayla Secura. They fought a lot of joint armies on multiple planets across the galaxy, and the thing for me personally that why I like them is just how they look. They have a modified version of the Phase 2 armor with ammo pouches and visors, and they have the distinct yellow lines and look. They appear a couple times in the show and help out, which is cool, but I most notably know them from the Battle of Felucia and Order 66 where they kill the Jedi Master. I think this squad is a little generic, but does nothing necessarily wrong. I think it's just a solid squad that looks cool, so I'm gonna give it a B tier. Lastly, I know this is a little bit of a surprise, but I'm gonna go with Clone Force 99, aka the Bad Batch. I mean, these guys are so cool that they got their own TV show. Each member of the squad looks so diverse and different that it makes them stick out so much, and they're probably the best looking squad. Members in the squad, including Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, and Echo, also just hit as they're really cool and interesting, and their background knowledge of kind of being experimental and everything like that also just adds to it, so I'm gonna give these guys S tier. And that's my tier list. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you really liked the video, drop a like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep trying to do videos like this, or just unique videos that I come up with. This is the first time I've done a video really, so I appreciate you watching a lot, and I hope you stick around for next time. That's it. See you.